Are you a producer that's trying to find ways to get artists on your beats? Do you have a whole hard drive full of beats that nobody is rapping or singing on? In today's video, I'm going to be talking about my favorite strategies to find artists for your beats. Are you an artist, producer, engineer, or music professional that's looking for funding for your music career? Could you benefit from having funding for studio time, mixing and mastering, or even marketing costs? I think I have something for you. I've written a free ebook. It's 9 pages, super short and digestible, where I break down the 6 main places that artists and professionals like yourself can find funding for their musical projects. If this sounds like it's of value to you, please click the link below and you can download this for free today and benefit from this knowledge. I hope this helps. I'll see you guys soon. Peace. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? This is your boy 5-Piece producer and engineer extraordinaire. Thank you for checking out this video, and if you haven't already, please hit the bell and the subscribe button below to stay tuned for more helpful videos in the future. I got a lot of dope videos out, and I got a lot more coming, so definitely subscribe so you can find out more about that. But in today's video, I wanted to talk about a very pressing issue for a lot of producers, which is how do you find artists for your beats? Over the years, I've sold a lot of different beats to people, I've worked with a lot of artists, and I've sort of noticed certain commonalities between how we connected and how I was able to get production into these artists' hands. So I wanted to share these strategies with you in today's video. Let's talk about the first one. Go to performances and shows. What I'm talking about here is not actually going to a big concert from Drake or Jay-Z, but more so smaller shows that might be going on in your city. I've met a lot of different artists by doing this, and it's real simple because you'll be able to watch that person perform on stage, hear what they're doing, know if you like it right there, and if you do, you can just go up to them, introduce yourself, and say, yo, that was a dope set, and maybe talk about how you can help them with their production needs. Now, I've done this a number of times. I actually think about a time where I was watching my artist Everything Ocean and Stasia Daniels performed, and another artist performed with them named Matt Muse from Chicago. I ended up going up to Matt and talking to him at the end of the show because I really liked his music, and afterwards we ended up making a bunch of music together, which is out for you to enjoy right now. So definitely don't sleep on going to shows. It's a real simple and easy way to screen talent and introduce yourself right after and make something happen immediately. Number 2, attend music networking events. What I'm specifically talking about here is attending trade shows like NAMM, conferences like A3C and South by Southwest, festivals like Coachella, industry mixers, social nights, and even contests and competitions like beat battles and singing contests. These are all amazing ways to connect with music creators like yourself. You know that these events attract these kinds of audiences, and by attending them, you're way more likely to connect with somebody that you can make music with. The thing to do at these events is to pay attention, participate if you can, and be sure that you know what you're trying to do and what you can offer to somebody that you meet. If you're aware of these things, you'll be able to connect with these people and potentially make music with them. I think about a story with myself, which is when I went to A3C in Atlanta a few years ago, and I met an artist, Young Cake. We never met in Toronto, but he's from Toronto, but we ultimately went to this conference together, built a friendship, and now we're working together on music ever since. Number 3, through friends and acquaintances. I remember a few years ago, I desperately needed to work with a new keyboard player in order to meet a deadline for a project I was working on. I didn't really know too many keyboard players outside of the few friends that I had, so I decided to go on my Facebook page and I wrote a little post saying, does anybody know any dope keyboard players that can make R&B and hip-hop music? A bunch of my friends ultimately commented their own friends' names and introduced us to a bunch of different people. From there, I actually connected with my buddy Sandy, who I work with to this day, and Sandy ended up being a super talented keyboard player who loved the style of music that I was making and who was just super easy to work with. I ended up working with him ever since, and I realized that I should reach out to my friends and acquaintances to connect with like-minded people regularly. This is the thing. We never would have connected had I not asked my friends and acquaintances to make that introduction. If I had just left it to myself and tried to physically meet people in real life, I would have never met Sandy and I would have never got that project done. And most importantly, I wouldn't be making music with him today. So don't be afraid to reach out to your friends and your extended circle to see who could connect you to someone that you can help, and vice versa. Number 4, online. I save this for last because it's arguably the most obvious and common way to connect with other people. However, it's still a very effective way if you do it right. I remember a few years ago when I went to Atlanta for the first time, I was with my partner Slow Jams, and we decided that we wanted to connect with some artists that were local there. We decided to look at different venues that were hosting hip-hop shows in the city, and we narrowed the names down on all the flyers to a few common people that always seem to come up. We ended up taking those names and then punching them in on SoundCloud because SoundCloud was the most common way to stream music at that time. And we would look up all these artists, research them, see their numbers, see how they were doing, and we decided to reach out to a few to actually work with them. We weren't really concerned about the specifics. Our goal was literally just to go there, connect with somebody or a few people, and make music with them while we were there. In the end, we sent a bunch of messages to people on SoundCloud, and only one person ended up hitting us back, and that person was Jonah Cruz. Jonah Cruz ended up doing 2 songs with us that year, and we're still working with him today. So it was a really effective way to reach out and connect with somebody online that led to an actual in-person, real-life relationship. The most important thing here is that you make an effort to connect with other people. The problem with us creators is sometimes we're just locked in a room making tracks, making beats on our own, and we're not fostering relationships with people, whether it's online or in real life. If you take that step to get yourself out there and to connect with people, you're going to be that much closer to having a final song and a final product to show your work to the world. And that's arguably the most important thing here. I've done a lot of different things to connect with artists. I'm sure I'm going to do a lot more, but I hope you got value out of this video. And if you did, please like, subscribe, and share. Share it with somebody that you know, somebody that you think would benefit from this knowledge. And I'm looking forward to seeing you guys again soon. Peace out.
5.